and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. My name is Dan, and I'm very tired. I can't lie to you guys. I'm pretty tired. I may have stayed up slightly too late last night playing the new Call of Duty, and now I'm knackered. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have stayed up so late, but we're here still. We're here still. Good morning, happy Saturday, happy deadline day. I know you guys are all very keen to talk about Erling Haaland, so I'm gonna give all the information I have, and then hopefully we're gonna get some new information come in throughout this stream. So do stay tuned. Hopefully by the end of this stream we're gonna have a clearer picture. But for now, I'll tell you what I've got. So, what we've got so far is Haaland did not train yesterday. He wasn't, well, at least he wasn't pictured in any training pictures. We know that from Pep Guardiola's press conference that he gave next to no information, which was really frustrating. He basically said that we're not sure. He basically said we're not sure, and that's it was going to be a late fitness test. Basically, they were going to find out last second, last minute late fitness test yesterday. I'm assuming that late fitness test was not part of the main training group because he wasn't pictured in any of those pictures. And this morning we know, well, we are a strong indication that he has travelled as well with the Man City team. So he's travelled. He didn't train yesterday with the main team, or at least he wasn't pictured training with the main team. Therefore, we don't know. If he is starting today, or if he is playing today, he is playing having not trained all week. So that is something that's very interesting. So even if you are thinking about captaining Erling Haaland, remember you will be doing so under the basis that he hasn't trained all week this week. So that's definitely something to consider. I would just, right now I would say that I would probably rather captain Salah at this exact moment, but let's see. Let's see. We'll find out a little bit more information over the next half an hour or so. But yeah, right now I would say that given the fact that Haaland hasn't trained at all this week, yes, he may get some minutes. Is he going to be able to get full minutes? Even if he does start, is he going to be playing more than, 60 minutes? Probably not. We know we're probably going to get 90 out of Salah. Is there a chance of him coming off the bench, possibly, for that one-pointer, just to get a few minutes under his belt? Let's see. Charlie McGregor coming in with a super chat. Hey, Dan, been a while since I've been on a stream, but keep up the great work. Thank you, Charlie. Thoughts on Almiron this week? Upgrade from Vissa, Andreas to bench. I mean, I prefer Almiron to Andreas, which we'll see on the bench list, which I have done a bench list this week. I actually have been a little bit prepared and done a bench list this week. But yeah, would I do that? For Wissa, I think I would, yeah, because that's a clear upgrade in my opinion. So I think I would strongly consider making that transfer. Although I should note that looking at these fixtures for Newcastle, Aston Villa at home, it's a okay fixture. I don't think this is an amazing fixture. I know FPL's listed that as a green fixture, but once again, I know I do this every week, but if we look at some of the teams and we look at their kind of expected goals conceded to look at how good the defences are, we do consistently see Aston Villa reasonably high. Okay, they've dropped down a little bit this week. Actually, what range should I use? It depends what range you use. If you use 5 game weeks, they are, what's that, 6th best defence. If you use, I don't know, like 7 game weeks, then they're 4th best. If you use a few more, they go up even more. So depending on what range you put, the Aston Villa constantly find themselves here like one of the better defences per game week. They're not conceding that many shots either. Let's have a look at the defensive. So yeah, I do just want to note that yes, Almiron's been doing very well, and I know everyone kind of likes to think of Aston Villa as a weak defence, but they're really just kind of not. They don't concede that many chances. They don't concede that high XG per game. you know, there are lots of defences far, far weaker. And if we're looking for weak defences, really we're looking at like Fulham and Brentford and Leeds, even Crystal Palace. They have had some tough fixtures, but still they are conceding chances. Southampton down there as well. Aston Villa are not a team that we should be targeting. So I do think that is worth noting before going for the likes of Almiron. But look, you can still go for him. He's still a very good player in very good form, but he's not like, you know, don't expect Newcastle to go and win 4-0. It could happen, don't get me wrong. Newcastle have been in fabulous form. But I don't necessarily just expect it. It could happen, but Aston Villa at the same time could keep things fairly tight. They've been pretty good at it so far this season. And Aston Villa played very well last week as well. Eric Shun, by the way, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Throw some blackcurrant squash emojis in the chat because that's what we're all about, really. That's what the membership's all about. You get a membership for the blackcurrant squash emojis, right? Shazam is in here with a message here. Tony, thoughts on Tony out for Jesus? Great work, even though you're tired, Dan. Thank you. We're surviving, Shazam. We're surviving. I don't think I would do that move. No. If we look at Arsenal's fixtures, you can see. I need to refresh this page. If we look at Arsenal's fixtures and compare them to Brentford, so, well, Brentford's right there, so let's do that first. We've got Wolves next. Wolves have been in tragic form recently. They're conceding a lot of chances. If we go back to, back here, if we look more recently, Wolves have just been so bad, really. Yeah, they've dropped all the way down here, so they're kind of like a mid-table defence. If you go the more recent you go, the further they drop down the table. Over the last few game weeks, they've been a very poor defence. So they are a little bit different, I would say. Like, Aston Villa is a defence we assume is bad. That's actually not bad. Wolves is a defence that we assume is good. Well, actually, they have not really been doing that much this season. So Wolves, actually, there's some opportunities for some goals there. So don't worry too much about Tony versus Wolves. He could punish you if you sell him. And then we've got Nottingham Forest after that. Anyway, so 2 good fixtures in a row, I would say, for Tony. Whereas we look at Arsenal, Nottingham Forest at home, obviously a great fixture, but then after that is Chelsea away. So if you're looking at the next 2, not sure. I think I would genuinely rather wait until game week 16 to go for Jesus, or maybe do something a little bit different. That's kind of up to you. Frederick, thank you very much for becoming a member as well, and it's good to see a couple of blackcurrant squash emojis in the chat as well. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Right, Sesk says Bowen to either Saka or Almiron. Thank you, mate. I would go for Saka, I think. Bowen to Saka seems like an absolute slam dunk. That seems really obvious to me. So, yeah, if you've got Bowen, sell him for Foden if you don't have him already. Or if you do have Foden, maybe go for Saka. This seems pretty easy. To me. Right, a few people asking about bench questions. So, let's get an early look at the bench list, I think. So, this is what I've done so far. Obviously, what we'll do is we will add some more players in as we go through the stream. So, I invite you now, guys, if you would like one of your players on the bench list, let me know now. And we'll put them in. But yeah, so far I've put Almiron at the top there. We've got some other players in there. Perisic, I put pretty high because there's a chance he plays as a winger, quite far forward. Andreas, I actually quite rate this week against Everton. I think that's a pretty good fixture for him, and he's been in such good form that I think he's difficult to drop, you know. People asking for Gahey. We'll put Gahey down here by Anderson, who is not on here. Oh, wait, I haven't even put Anderson on. Right, let's put Anderson on. Let's put him like probably. Where would I put Anderson? Probably here. And then I'll put Gahey 1 below him. There we go. We've got some Crystal Palace defenders in there. So yeah, I put quite a lot of defenders quite low. I wouldn't prioritise some of these defenders from the weaker teams. But you know, if you've got Ben White or a Fabian Schär or a Dalot or a Dyer, these are the kind of defenders that I think will do quite well. To be fair, Patterson. Oh, Patterson is potentially back this week, isn't he? But I still wouldn't be too keen to play him. I don't know how many minutes he's going to get. Let's put Patterson I'm going to put him pretty low because I'm not sure if he can do a whole 90 minutes quite yet. Nick R says, hi mate, what's the latest on the Haaland? Pep's a troll. Yeah, Pep is definitely a troll. He gave no solid information whatsoever. So we know Haaland has had a late fitness test yesterday. He hasn't trained at all this week. Hasn't trained at all. And we think he's travelled with the team as well. So whether he's travelled because he's in the squad, I don't know. I would just play him. I would definitely play him as a minimum. Whether you want to captain him or not, that is a slightly different question, but I definitely would be playing him. Mark O'Reilly says, hey Dan, watch your content religiously each week. Great work. Well, thank you so much, Mark. Should I bench Haaland and give Kane the armband? Afraid Haaland might get minutes. I would play Haaland no matter what. I don't think it's even worth taking that risk, because if he does play and he does do well, that has the possibility, and you have benched him, then that is, not season ending, but it's going to put you back so far. That will drop you back several game weeks. And remember, all of your friends in your mini league and stuff, particularly those who are inactive or who don't check their team that often, or, don't check the news, they will all be playing Haaland, and they'll probably be captaining him as well. A lot of people are going to be captaining Haaland, so it's going to be really, really dangerous to go without him entirely, just in case he doesn't play, but just in case he does play. But the good thing is with Haaland is because everyone has him. What's his ownership at, like 85%, something like that? What's his captaincy rate going to be like? It's going to be like 50%, despite his injury, maybe even more. Because of that situation, I feel like everyone loses together, so nobody loses. So there's no risk. There's absolutely no risk whatsoever by playing Haaland. So I would just play him. But look, when we come to things like giving Kane the armband, giving Salah the armband, I think these are genuine options. And I think what we'll do, we'll do it, given the lack of information we know right now, we'll do a captaincy poll now. And then maybe we'll do another captaincy poll if we get any more information. Dan looks angry today. I'm just tired. I was up too late last night. Cameron Star says Doherty to start or who to get instead. White. I mean, I feel like if you've got Spurs defenders, you play them. I'm gonna put. Where would I put Doherty? I'll put him reasonably high. I think. To be fair, I'd probably put Eric Dyer a little bit higher than that. Would I put him here? Maybe. I know a few people are asking about him. Webster is on the bench list indeed. Team News and Ticks saying no Haaland or Foden. Well, let's verify that, because if that's true, then that's quite significant. Oh, okay. Well, we don't know. They haven't said that at all. But for what we have got, it looks like we're getting team news from Team News and Ticks at 10:45. So in half an hour, guys. So just make sure you stay tuned. In half an hour's time, we are going to get the leak. That's good. That's good. Okay. So guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned. See there. Is the Instagram story already up? Because he usually does it on his stories, doesn't he? Oh, the account is private. Oh, hang on. In that case, let me log into my. Oh God, I've got loads of random stuff. Let me log into my Instagram, my other Instagram account where I do follow him. And then we'll have a look at see if we can get any stories from that, because we are going to need that. That's a very good point. Just give me 1 second to log in. So this is good news, guys. This is very good news. We are indeed going to. Oh, we can't connect to Instagram. Why can't we connect to Instagram? We are going to get the team news before too long. So let's log into the FPL Mate Instagram account, and there we go. Right, we're in. Okay, so nothing yet, but Soon. Less than half an hour, we're going to get some team news. This is fantastic news. All right, let's go back to the bench list for now. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Danny says, lol, look at you, Dan, 2 Instas. I have 2 Instagram, but to be fair, one is the FPL Mate Instagram account, and the other one is my personal one where I follow like my friends. And the FPL Mate one is the one I spam football stuff, which you should all follow, by the way. And you get access to, you know, we had some like behind the scenes Chelsea access on Instagram this week, which was pretty fun going over there. Oh, and by the way, guys, I know you probably want me to talk about FPL, but I definitely should note right now that I'm giving away this. I know a few of you guys will know about this already, but I'm giving away this, which is a Chelsea shirt, obviously, and it's signed by the entire Chelsea squad for the Champions League game earlier this week. So if you want this, go on Twitter, go on FPL Mate Twitter, and enter, and you can win this. I thought, you know, we could keep it. I'd rather it go to a fan. So we're going to give it to one of you guys. I think it's probably worth a little bit of money as well, to be fair, but I'd rather it go to a fan, really. So there we go. If you want that, go on Twitter and enter the competition, basically. But anyway, back to FPL. People were saying they don't want it. Oh, seriously? Even though it's Chelsea, it's like a nice bit of football memorabilia, I think. Anyway. Any news on Gabriel? Which one? Martinelli, Jesus, or Magalhaes? Not sure how to say that. Right, who would you bring in, Dallo or White? I think I'd bring in Ben White. If you're looking for like a cheap defender this game week, Ben White would be my absolute number one choice. Nick says, an Arsenal fan going to Chelsea. Yeah, I went to Chelsea this week. I went to Cambridge United at the weekend. Am I only allowed to go to Arsenal games? I go to any football game I can. I want it, but need Twitter first. Just get Twitter. Just make an account quickly. Don't have to use the account after that, do you? Gahey on the bench list. Gahey is already on the bench list. Is Haaland starting? I will tell you if Haaland is starting in 25 minutes. And that's not me being mysterious. That's just when we're going to get the news. We're getting the news in 25 minutes. So if you are waiting for Haaland news, we are going to get it in 25 minutes. You sure I'm playing Perisic? I'm not sure about playing Perisic, but I think the upside there is pretty high. If he's playing in an advanced position, which is very, very possible, then that's going to be good. You like an Arsenal shirt? Oh, well, look, I'll see if we can find an Arsenal shirt. I think for the next shirt giveaway, I don't know if I'll do a giveaway next or maybe do a charity auction next. We'll do something. We'll try and get some more football and memorabilia and items, and maybe we may just give away some normal shirts as well. But I want to do more giveaway stuff. Perisic isn't starting, mate, is he not? We might, unless he's not picked up an injury like in the last 24 hours, has he? No, he hasn't. No, Perisic is fine. Like, they haven't really got a choice. I think Perisic is a very good chance, but given that Spurs' performances recently, I think there's a very good chance that Perisic starts on the right wing. Because obviously we've got no Kulusevski, we've got no Richarlison. We've seen that the 5-3-2 formation has not really worked for Spurs recently. So I wonder. Rashford on the bench list. Do we want Rashford on the bench list? I suppose we could put him on there, couldn't we? I mean, I don't think it's a good. Like, I've been over this week a little bit, but I just do not feel like West Ham is a good fixture. And again, we can refer back to this, the expected goals conceded table, the table for the best defences, and West Ham are right up there. Like, Newcastle shot up, by the way. But West Ham are right up there alongside Aston Villa and Arsenal and Man United. So, like, yes, you can say, oh, West Ham are a weak defence, but they're kind of rocking similar numbers to Man City. So the question is, would you start like would you start Rashford against Man City? Possibly. Would you start Rashford against Newcastle? Yeah, I think you would. But would you buy him for these fixtures? Probably not. So that's kind of reflect on where I put him on the bench list. I don't think he's top priority. I don't think he's a bad pick necessarily. So I'm going to put him like here. You know what? Maybe is that harsh? No, I think that's probably about right. I genuinely would rather play Andreas. It's crazy. Sesk said I missed your super chat. Did you send a second one? I know you. No, this is the first one today. Anyway, I do need to catch up on super chats. I was just I got distracted talking about other things. So let's go for. I'll do yours first, Sesk. So Sesk74 says, should I captain Saka or Darwin? Probably not. To be honest, I wouldn't really be. I don't think I would really be doing that either. I'd rather if you like. I guess if either Darwin Nunez would be the one. All right, fine. Let's say out of those two, I would rather captain Darwin. So I'm going to firm it. Ben Story says worth a -4. Gahey/Webster out for Gomez, Dalot, or White. I don't think so. No, I would just stick with whatever you've got. I'd probably play Gahey rather than take the -4, because if you think about it, 4 points equals 1 clean sheet, right? You get 4 points for a clean sheet. So even if Gahey gets a 2-pointer because he didn't keep a clean sheet, and Gomez, for example, gets a 6 points because he does keep a clean sheet, you're still net even. Like you're still balanced out. So if you consider if you weight the chances of Crystal Palace getting a clean sheet versus the chances of Gomez, Dalot, White getting a clean sheet, you're probably, if we're being optimal, you're probably better off just sticking with what you got. So no, I would not do that. Right, where else are we in terms of super chats? Your FPL station says, I need that jersey, been a Chelsea fan since '97. Well, fingers crossed for you, my friend. Good luck in the competition. Who are the bots predicting this week? We do need. We'll have a look at the botty team. Assad, thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, let's have a look at the botty team. I don't think my team tool was working so well last week, but let's try it. Let's have a look at the best game week team. Hopefully this loads. Oh. Okay. Let's just see if this tool is working this week, because I think they are having some problems with it. Aha, here we go. Working. So, this, for game week 14 only, so this is like your free hit team, if you like. This is the highest predicted points team that you can make. So, yeah, interestingly, there is no Man City attackers in this team. Son is the captain option, apparently. Son is the best captain. We've got Joe Gomez in there. 3 Arsenal attackers. 2 Arsenal defenders. We've got Guaita in there. So, I don't know. Maybe that's making you guys reconsider some of those Crystal Palace defenders. People saying they've seen tweets saying Haaland and Foden aren't starting. Where are these tweets? If you can tell me where these tweets are, if you can tell me the account that's tweeted them, we can have a look and we can try and verify them. There are a lot of trolls who just tweet out fake team news because they think it's very, very amusing. A lot of it is cap, so don't worry about it. But anyway, yeah, this is the team. We've got Zaha in there as well. I know a lot of people are actually thinking about selling Zaha, so maybe that's interesting. I've seen a few people thinking about selling Mitrovic as well. And yet these teams are in the highest predicted points for the week. So, yeah, if you've got Zaha, if you've got Mitrovic, stick with them. If you've got Crystal Palace defence, maybe you stick with them as well. If you've got Spurs attackers, then they actually look pretty good algorithm-wise, don't they? Let's have a look. I actually want to have a look at the points predictions. Who's got the highest predicted points for game week 14? It is Salah. All right, it is Salah. So Salah has the highest predicted points of any player for the game week, which is interesting. So even if Haaland is fit, he's still only predicted 6.9 points, which is the same as Saka. So is that going to impact any of your guys' decision? Even if Haaland is playing, he has not predicted as many points as all of these players above him. That's pretty wild, right? That's pretty interesting. Oh, yeah, it's Boona with the fake team news again. Yeah, honestly, I think I've muted him. I advise everyone to do it because, look, it was funny 2 years ago when he started doing it. Now it's just like, is this like your entire personality now? I'm like, don't get me wrong, I like the guy, but it's a pretty boring prank. And, you know, the problem is that he's genuinely tricking some of you people and it's actually misleading and, you know, causing damage to people's FPL seasons, which is just, like, if you're doing that every single week, like, when does it get old? But whatever. But yeah, we're gonna wait. We've only got less than 20 minutes now, and we are gonna find out the real news. The real news. Shall we get a captain poll going? Now we've got the information that we have. We'll do a captaincy poll now, and then we'll do another one when the team news and ticks team reveal, the official Man City team reveal comes out. Let's do a poll. So I'm going to put as the poll options. Oh, wait. What? Why is it not like... Where's the option to make a poll? Oh, here it is. Wait, so hang on. There's a new option on YouTube called Start a Q&A. I might try that in a minute. See what it does. Anyway, who is your Gameweek 14 captain? The options are Haaland, Salah, Kane, and other. Get those answers in. Let's see where you are right now, and then once we get the news, we'll reassess. We'll see what the new opinion is. But given the current information that we have, what are you doing? What are you guys doing? Right, Assad says Zaha to Saka and DCL to Haaland for a -4. I would definitely, obviously, DCL to Haaland. So you don't have Haaland in your team. How can you afford that? Or are you saying it's the other way around? I think you may have typed that wrong. I think you mean Zaha to Saka and Haaland to DCL. If that's the case, there is no way. There is no way I would be doing that. So, no. Assad, I don't think I would be doing that. Nicola says, hi, Dan, what's up? We need Haaland bench, right? If Haaland is benched, like us guys, as people who, you know, engage heavily with FPL, we get a huge advantage. We get a huge advantage on the majority of FPL managers. And you know what? I feel like, you know, the people who are really passionate about FPL deserve a little bit of an advantage. So let's go for it. People saying that they've got team news on Twitter. Like, I can see some of the accounts that you're naming who have put out this team news, and it's all cap. These guys are lying for clout. They're making it up, and I guarantee they'll delete these tweets as soon as we get the actual team news. If they're wrong, they'll delete it. If they're right, they'll claim they're a genius. Calvin, sounds like you need a bench list. Where would I put Edouard on this list? Not really that high. Well, not that low either, but not super high. Somewhere like that, I think. Let's see what the captaincy poll is saying as things stand. We've got over 1,000 votes in, and it's still Haaland, the #1 captain. He's at 44%, which is slightly below half, but that's still significant. We've got 29% on Salah, 17% on Kane, and 10% on other. So you know what? This could actually be a really interesting week for captaincy. A really interesting week. All right. I like this. I wonder what this poll will say if we find out that Haaland is benched or not in the squad. I mean, if he's not in the squad, then, you know, whoever's vice captain will just do the business. What I'm really hoping for, the only way we really get an advantage is if Haaland is on the bench. and he comes on for a 1-pointer. If he doesn't play, it's just going to go to vice captains. Although, to be fair, a lot of people just straight up don't even set their vice captains, to be fair. So, yeah, maybe a reminder to you guys to make sure you are setting your vice captains this week. De Bruyne captain, yeah, I think is an option if you have him. Zaha on the bench list. Oh, no. You really want Zaha on the bench list? Fine. You can go right up there with Haaland. Any information on Robertson and Cucurella? No, I don't think there is any information. Nothing new. Hey Dan, is Saka as captain over Kane and Haaland? I think I would rather captain Kane than Saka. Kilman on the bench list. I don't even know who Wolves play this week. Who do Wolves play? Is that my team from last week? Yeah, it is. They play against Brentford away. Like, they're not going to be that high, really, are they? Like, a Kilman's going to be pretty low. Like, to be fair, really low. I'm going to put him like there. Like, it's just not been going right for Wolves defensively. Billing on the bench list. Do people have Billing? Like, Joe Gomez, we'll put him reasonably high. Right, Billing, let's put him... Actually, would I put Gomez that high? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Billing. Away, oh well, plays against... It's home against Spurs. He's playing basically as a striker, but, like, you're not going to back him over Solanke, are you? Guess you put him, like, here. What's the Haaland update? We get the Haaland update in 12 minutes time. If you can wait 12 minutes, we'll give you the information as soon as we have it. Like, you guys asking for players like Mount and Mitrovic and Bowen on the bench list. And Salah on the bench list. Firmino on the bench list. Are you serious? Tony on the bench list. Are you actually... I don't actually know if you're trolling me. Do you actually need... You do not need me to tell you whether to play Salah or not, or to play... You know, these are your top players. If you are benching a 7 million player, then sell them. If you are, like... I think I've said this before, but if you are even thinking about, like, benching Zaha, or benching, you know, Wilson, or benching whoever, just sell them, because there's no way you should be benching players like that. Downgrade them. Like, Firmino... Why would you bench Firmino? I don't understand this. He's not even going... Like, certain players, I straight up refuse to put on the bench list. Zaha, I don't even know how you've convinced me to put Zaha on the bench list, because there's no way you guys should be benching Zaha. Not a chance. If you have him, you play him. Ronaldo on the bench list. Lionel Messi on the bench list. Mbappe on the bench list. This is the vibe. Mihir says, should I vice Saka, Martinelli, Foden, or Kane? I would vice captain Kane. I'm assuming you're captain Haaland. I would vice captain Kane out of those four. Like, in terms of captaincy, like, if we were to do a captaincy ranking, it probably would look pretty similar to this. So these are the predicted points. So these are the algorithm predicted points for the game week. And Salah is top, Son is second, but I don't know how I feel about that one, if I'm honest. Kane is third, and then De Bruyne. So, yeah, I would pretty much do it in that order. I would captain Salah if you have him. If not, Kane. If not, De Bruyne. And then, obviously, Haaland, if he's playing, we can think about him as well. You know what would be quite interesting? I'm kind of interested to see some of the predicted points for some of my players that I was thinking about benching. So, like, Solanke... What's he got? 2.7 predicted points. Like Anderson, 3.5. Who are some other defenders? Webster, 3.2, so not very high. Tyron Mings, 3.2. Yeah, so it looks like the Crystal Palace defenders are kind of rated. 3.7 again there. out of the cheap defenders. And then you've got the, like, actual good defenders like Ben White, 4.2, Dalot, 3.3 for Dalot. That's lower than I thought it would be. I think, I think actually that's not quite accurate. I would say that, sometimes you have to disagree with the algorithm, and I would say that Dalot is on for more points than that. So, yeah. The boss man says, where does Ricky Lambert fit on the bench list? Ricky Lambert goes top of the bench list. There we go. Ricky Lambert, Liverpool legend. Wait, Liverpool and England legend. Is it like? Is this true or false? I don't know if any of you guys remember. Ricky Lambert, didn't he not make his England debut at the age of like 34 or something like that, or 33? I don't know. Can anyone confirm that? Because I swear he like got like one England game, and he got it like at a decent old age, which is fair play to him. Like, that is a decent achievement. Sultan says, who do I start, Mount or Pereira? Mings or Webster? Out of Mings and Webster, I think I'd probably go for Webster. Out of Mount and Pereira, actually, would I go for Webster? Yeah, I think I would. Out of Mount and Pereira, I think I would go for Mount. I think you have to back Mount, really, don't you? Even above, even though Pereira's been in good form, like, you can't bench play like Mount. You just can't do it. Lewandowski on the bench list. Let's just stick everyone on there. Why not? Dan, do you think Trossard's going to destroy his future team? Not really. Cat Beater? Where's Cat Beater? Let's stick him at the bottom. By the way, guys, actually, no, I'm not gonna justify him by putting him on the list. Castagna. I know some of you guys, some of you cheeky monkeys have bought Castagna this week. Tell me why. Because literally, I'm putting him bottom of the bench list. I do not rate him at all for this game week. He's playing against Man City. Like, surely none of you guys are actually buying Castagna. If so, why? Why? Get Norman Piper on there. We haven't had Norman Piper on there for a while. I put Trossard on the bench list anyway, for those of you guys asking about Trossard. Eze, against Southampton. I mean, like, he would go pretty reasonably high. Would I play him ahead of some of these defenders? Quite possibly. Would I play him ahead of Trossard? Quite possibly. Would I play him ahead of Rashford? You know what? Let's stick him in there. Let's stick him in there. Why not? Nick N, thank you very much for the kind words. Salah should go on the bench list. No, he should not. Salah should not go on the bench list. He remains in your teams. Bailey. Ooh. You'd have to be pretty low. Bailey against Newcastle away. Like, Newcastle like the best defence right now, right? I would put Bailey, like, I think here. So Bailey's going to be very low. Farzid says, loving that India jersey. Hope we qualify for the World Cup before I die. I'm sure you will. I mean, there's enough football fans in India, right? And is football, like, growing in popularity in India? It feels like it is. When you look at, like, Twitter and stuff, it feels like everyone's enjoying it a bit more. 5 minutes until what Man City team news, by the way, guys. Stay tuned. We are almost there. We have almost got the team news. So soon. And then everyone can stop panicking. Right. Where would you put Pie Face on the bench list? Pretty high indeed. Ben Mee or Gahey? Not sure. Probably Gahey. Just because, like, Fulham, even though they're a pretty tragic defense, they're actually a pretty decent attack. So I wouldn't rate Everton's chances of a clean sheet too highly. Please give real team news. Like, no, I'll give the best team news I can possibly give. I can't give show team news. Show team news is a different question. Selwyn Deep has said, who have you captained, Haaland or Salah? Yes, yeah. I mean, it was between the two, really. So, yeah, I have captained Haaland or Salah. It's growing more among fans, but there's a lot of corruption in Indian FA. Yeah, I've read about this. How do we know that team news is valid? Because it is a trustworthy source. This is a source I've used a lot of the time before. They get it right every single time. I can't remember them getting it wrong once. So they're really, really reliable. And they've gained a really good reputation as well. So it's not just trust. It is trust me, bro, in a way. But, like, actually trust me, bro. Shrode says, lovely jersey. Heard about Sunil Chetri. He's number 3. I don't know. I don't know what that is. And as always, I'm a little bit scared to Google things on the stream. Let's do it on my phone. I don't know what that means, though. What does that mean? Oh, it's an Indian football player. Well, maybe I have heard of this guy. He's got a lot of goals for India. It looks like he's had a good old career. He's 38 years old. Is he retired yet, or is he still playing? It looks like he's still playing. Well. Oh, he wears the number 3 jersey. Is that what you mean? All right. Just a few more minutes, guys. Just a few more minutes, guys. And then we will get the team news. On air says, could you trade a signed Chelsea shirt with a Pep phone number so you can call him before the deadline? Oh, I wish. I wish. Jakob says, spicy Cancelo Salah DCL captain. I would just go for Salah. Keep things pretty simple. Oh, he's number 3 for international goals. Oh, okay. Okay. Is your trust me, bro source actually Mrs. FPL Mate? I hope not, because she's asleep. I think she's still asleep anyway. She was. Benchless Gabriel. I don't think I'm going to put him in. Sunil is the Indian GOAT. Nice. Bowen to Saka or Almiron? I would like if you would pick up between Saka and Almiron, I would go for Saka. White bench list. Is White on here? I think he is. Yeah, he's there. It's really more of a purple bench list. Please show your team. Why? Just watch my video from yesterday. That was my team video. Why is Gordon not on the list? Because I don't really think many people have Gordon. Bailey's already on there. I fancy a Ming start. I'm not surprised after the 10-pointer last week, but... Dan, is your boy Patterson back this week? I think he could be. Yeah, I think he could be. I wouldn't be buying him. I would possibly buy him. I don't know how many minutes he's going to get, and I don't know how he's going to get on his first game. And also, this Fulham game, I think, is a little bit tricky. For a defender, I think it's a little bit tricky. So I'm not fully convinced by a clean sheet for Everton this game week, but he is definitely he's definitely back on the radar, and I think we'll probably have a look at him next game week, possibly. Jakob says his trust me bro source is Bruna. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Right. Let's see if we can get anything in terms of team news, because it should be in the next minute. In theory. In theory. Don't forget, if you want this, do that. We'll keep refreshing this page until we get something. Well, it is 11:15 and we've got nothing. Should we check his Twitter just to see if we get anything there? No new things being said. Keep refreshing, keep refreshing, keep refreshing. Haaland injured. Yeah, we're waiting, guys. We're going to get the Haaland news in any moment. Any moment now. As soon as we have it, guys, you will have it. Manchester Evening News say Haaland not playing. Is that not a prediction? That's predicted lineups, isn't it? Keep refreshing. Dewsbury Hall on the bench list. Like, these are some obscure players you guys want us on the bench list. His page will probably crash. I doubt it. It's Instagram. I'll just keep refreshing until we get it. Because the sooner we get it, the longer we have to think about what we're going to do next. The worry really is if he's out for several game weeks. But we're not going to get that information today. Tuckle says replace Bowen and Gomez with Trent and Almiron now to decide on captaincy. Good luck for the game week. Salah hat trick. You heard it here first. That would be nice, wouldn't it? JM says, hey, start Webster or Kilman playing Tony up front. I would start probably Webster. Well, the leaked lineups is late. We are late. There it is. Did someone say it's just gone on now? You guys got it? Why is it not working for me? Let me try on my mobile. You can look at stories, can't you? Oh crap! What have I done? Oh, he put it there. Right. Okay. There we go. Right. Haaland and Foden aren't starting. Sorry, I thought he was going to put it on his stories. Usually he puts it on his story, or sometimes he puts it on his stories. Okay. Right. Jandre says, 1 free transfer, Madison to Saka or Rashford or roll the transfer. Madison will be first sub anyway, thanks, Dan. Jandre, there's bigger fish to fry, my friend, but yeah, Madison to Saka. And start Saka. Foden out again. This is unreal. Foden has turned out to be the most L transfer in the world. I don't understand. I would not transfer out Haaland because his next game week is against Fulham at home, and I think that's a very, very good one. Do I now bench Haaland? Do I bench Foden? Well, let's just go to my team anyway. Oh, wait, I'm not even logged in, apparently. Fine. Okay, well, I can't do my team, but I'll do it on my phone. This is reliable. This is reliable. Pep Guardiola, why are you doing this? I don't understand. Tuckle says the wrinkly face on that post is suspicious. On what post? This post? This post is fine. It's... Ramiz says, you told me to buy Foden 2 weeks ago. What do you want me to do, man? What do you want me to do? This is like so, this is so unpredictable. This is so unpredictable. Like, not anybody saw this one coming. You can't really blame me for this one. How trustworthy is this source? This is, unfortunately, it's trustworthy. Oh, dearie me. FPL was hard, isn't it? FPL is difficult. Right, so what does this mean? What does this mean for our teams? I mean, there's argument to... I might bench Foden. Haaland, I imagine, might not even be in the squad. This is bad. Look, I'm gonna keep them both. I'm not gonna. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like we transfer them out. But there is argument to bench them. Maybe refresh just in case. It's the same post. It's still there. This is showing your team would help. I'm sure it would. Okay, right. I think we need to put Foden and Haaland on the bench list. Let's get rid of the troll players first of all. So let's get rid of you. Haaland is going to have to move. Certainly he goes below. You know what? I don't know why I've put Perisic that high. Maybe I've been a bit generous on Perisic there. I would drop Haaland down 1. I would still start him unless it means benching Zaha. Foden, on the other hand, is a little bit more difficult because I think the good thing about Haaland is that there's a good chance he gets a 0-pointer. So that's fine. Foden, on the other hand, is a little bit trickier because I think Foden has got a good chance of a 1-pointer. A very good chance of a 1-pointer. All right. Ollie says, I'm playing Foden and benching Haaland. I think you've got that the wrong way round, if anything. Show Team Gang is here. Foden can still play. He's not starting, but he will surely come on. Yeah, but does he come on for a 1-pointer? Like, Leicester are not exactly the most, easy fixture. Leicester away. I think this drops down Foden quite a lot. He drops down... because the 1-pointer is very likely for Foden. Very likely. If it, assuming he is benched, and this news is correct, I genuinely feel like Foden is here. I really feel like a benched Foden is there. Tuckle says the only risk is if they don't play at all, they can both score goals in 30-40 minutes of game time. They ain't going to get 40 minutes of game time. That would be, very unlikely. 30 minutes is possible. 25 is more likely. Do you back Foden in 25 minutes more than you back the likes of, Edouard, Solanke with 90 minutes? Rashford in 90 minutes, Eze in 90 minutes, Andreas in 90 minutes? Foden's output would literally have to be 4 times better than, I guess 3 times better than these players to justify it. And I don't think that's the case. I mean, let's verify that, I guess. Let's just refresh this Opta stats tool. But yeah, if we go expected points per appearance, or per 90, I guess. High low minutes players. Foden is going to be reasonably... let's get rid of goalkeepers. Foden is going to be reasonably up there, but he's not going to be 3. So let's say I'm adding for example, we'll put in Foden. Wait, why is Foden? Is Foden a low minutes player? Or is this just not working? There you are. Foden and Andreas, for example. This is just an example. Why is... Okay. So, you can see that Foden in 30 minutes is not... This is per 90. So, per 90, Foden is, for example, 2.3 shots. per 90. Andreas is 1.53 shots per 90. So Foden per 30 is, can I be bothered to work this out? Like 0.7, 8 shots per 30. If you get what I mean. Certainly captaincy becomes very easy. Like captaincy goes to Kane, right? Now the question is, if Foden is not starting, do I play Solanke over him? Let's log in and pick team. So show team gang is your lucky day. Show team gang is your lucky day. This is what I'm currently dealing with. But look, I might make a last minute switch here. Everyone's saying Foden's not starting. Yet we know Haaland is not starting. Foden is not starting. We know, we've got the information. It's bad. It's bad news, right? It's very bad news. What we do from here is a different question. Haaland, I think you just start, because I feel like Haaland in 30 minutes, if in 30 minutes game time, is still insane, particularly against tired legs. I think that's insane. Foden is obviously not the same machine that Haaland is, but could still potentially do some damage. But look, I'm really thinking about doing this. Really thinking about that. Because I don't hate Solanke this game week. What's Spurs' defensive numbers looking like at the moment? This is where we got to. I feel like they've been not bad. No, actually, they've got worse. They have got worse in recent game weeks. If I just take it the last few game weeks, where's kind of mid? It really depends what kind of measurement you use. They have been up there, but Solanke's underlying stats. Like, okay, let's look at Solanke in 90 versus Foden. This is my question. So Solanke per, and let's just take this to last like several game weeks. So yeah, Solanke's XG per 90 is 0.28. FPL is down? What? No way. You are joking. Everyone is panicking right now, I guess. Yeah, damn. FPL is down. I can't do anything. Can I save that? Can I save my team? I'm guessing no. No. That's unreal. Okay. Well, well, there you go. I'm stuck with Foden. That is unreal. FPL's crashed. What unbelievable. All right, I don't even have the choice now. This is unreal. I can't believe it. That is so unfair. Oh my god. I'm real. I mean, I'll keep trying. Oh, okay. I think it worked. App is good. It just about works. Yeah, that is unreal. I think it worked. It did work. Oh. Just need to tweet. Unbelievable. Well, I mean, it worked on mobile for me. I can't believe this is the second time it's happened in the last year, by the way. Oh, what an interesting 20 minutes. Pep Guardiola destroying us. Fantasy Premier League destroying us. Everyone's against us. Life is against us. But oh well, that's part of the fun, right? I got an error on my phone as well, but it looks like it worked. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people have been. I'm looking at Twitter. It looks like a lot of people have been muddied by that. Scandalous. Why do content creators always wait till the last minute? Because we literally got team news 15 minutes ago. We didn't have a choice this week. Usually, I don't wait till the last minute. Like, not literally till the last minute. I wait till the last. Sometimes I wait till the last day. Sometimes I don't. But God. But this was a special circumstance where, and by the way, this is exactly why the website crashed. Because we got that late team news. We've got that late team news. Like, everyone is rushing to the FPL app, and obviously the servers couldn't take it. And there we go. Let's see what happens. Show team, I wish I could. The website doesn't work. Oh, dearie me. Tuckle says that's going to hurt a lot of managers or be a blessing in disguise. That's true. That's true. At least there's more excitement now, going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun if nothing else. But yeah, I did get my team sorted. But I had to do it on my mobile in the end. So what I actually ended up doing, I can't show you, but Salah's still the captain. I didn't manage to set my vice captain in time, but I don't know who I would have done it given it to anyway. Like, Salah is going to play, so I'm not really too worried about that one. I've left Haaland on, and I also benched Foden and played Solanke. So there you go. Someone says, is this an FPL Mate prank? No, it's not. I wish it was. It's real. It's real. Show team if you can. I can't. Jordan Stool says, you know why the website crashed, Dan? Because you showed everyone your team before deadline. You know what? That was probably it. It's because I showed my team. Everyone, all the show team gang, there's like, there's not very many. But imagine there's like millions of people in the show team gang rushing to copy an FPL team, run on the website. Dan shows his team. Quick, copy it. Obviously, that's not what happened, but no prank. This is real. I mean, it's a good idea for a prank in the future. Don't get me wrong. Show team gang double annoyed now. Yeah, because the great thing is, I showed my team, and I know there would have been some people trying to copy it. Not very many, don't get me wrong. But there would have been some people trying to copy it, and they would have rushed over to the app to find that the app has crashed. Oh, dear. That is so funny. Oh, well. In before Nico or Milana says, I pranked the whole FPL community and crashed the service. Madness. Surely it's too late to do anything? Yeah, you can't do anything now. Crash FPL as a prank? God, I deserve more than an Oscar if I managed to convince everyone that the website's crashed. Even more of an Oscar if I convince you that Haaland is... Imagine if I turned around and said, oh yeah, you know that Haaland and Foden news? Yeah, it's fake. I made it up. James Ellis says, green arrow for those who managed to shift Haaland. Yeah, possibly. Like, did anyone actually transfer him out? Wonder if anyone actually firmed it and transferred him out. NDL's in the chat. Casuals got screwed. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I hope I mean, if Haaland gets a 1-pointer, then casuals are screwed. But if Haaland just stays on the bench, then it's just going to go to whoever their vice captain is. Right, let's do a new captaincy poll. So forget that one. Let's make a new one. Right. Who is your Gameweek 14 captain? And there are going to be people who actually have Haaland. I'm going to put the same options again. And let's see what the results are. Tried to transfer out to Alvarez and triple captain to get into the top 10k. That is a very short-sighted move. Andy was having a meltdown. Was he? A lot of people saying Saka captain. Why would you captain Haaland if he's benched? Well, some people might have not got the news in time, and some people might think that he'll get points off the bench. Balinda Sheet says, I have faith Foden will play. Oh, damn. I mean, he's benched, but I know for a fact that a lot of people have Haaland captain, Foden vice captain. I've seen a lot of people putting the vice captain on Foden. Oh, dearie me. A few people going for KDB and Saka. Someone's gone for Cristiano Ronaldo Sui as the captain. Haaland not on the bench. He's not in the squad. I don't know. Is that verified? We'll find out in 20 minutes. Finally got Andreas into the starting 11. 2-pointer inbound. Don't say that. Foden will come in probably. Well, he'll probably come in off the bench. Foden will come off the bench, but I think he's like prime 1-pointer territory. Tony captainers. Man, you see, right? I think a big reason why this FPL season has been tougher than previous years is because everyone just captains Haaland every week, and it's easy. Like, anyone could do that. You don't like like a 6-year-old could work out that just captain Haaland every week, right? However, as soon as Haaland is on the bench or injured or whatever, people start captaining the most bizarre players. And these are the people who, when they don't get Haaland, when they don't get Haaland as their obvious captain who's just picked for them, they end up captaining really weird players and end up, these kind of players are a little bit easier to beat. Because yes, sometimes it works out, but the majority of the time, if you're going for weird captaincies for the entire season, it's going to go wrong more than it is going to go right. And there are no people like that doing that this year. Like, I'm seeing some wild captaincies in the chat that have absolutely no right to be captains. I won't single anyone out. But I'm seeing some wild captains in the chat. And honestly, if you were making these captaincy decisions like throughout a whole season, if there was no Haaland and you had to make these captaincy decisions every week and you're picking players like these every week, like, there is no way. There is no way. All right, a few people asking about. I know we talk about this so much, but why do I pronounce Haaland as Haaland? Have we got any Norwegians in the chat today? Because because every single person, there is no one from any Scandinavian countries who have ever questioned this. The only people who question this are usually English people or people in Asia, perhaps. Yeah. Some of you guys are seeing some of the slightly suspect, the slightly sus captaincy shouts. Yeah, right. Any Norwegians have any, or any Scandinavians, any Northern Europeans in general? Do any of you have any problems with the way I'm saying Haaland? I would imagine not. Because the only people who want you to say Haaland are people who are very specifically not from the place that Haaland is from, right? There's loads of you guys in there. There's loads of you guys, and no one in Norway or whatever, you don't have a problem with it, right? So there we go. I'm hoping the chat has answered anyone who's asking why do I say Haaland. Hopefully the chat has answered your question for you. Dan, if Salah performs well, it will be huge point swing. Jandre, I am looking forward to it. Yeah. Anyway, cheers Norwegians in the chat. You guys are absolute legends. I know I'm probably not saying it absolutely perfectly. But look, we're trying. And I do try and pronounce names. Like, I do also say Bruno Fernandes, which, I don't know if it's right. Ollie says, we love it when you say it properly. Yes, this is why I say it like this. And you know what? I've noticed a lot of English commentators have started saying Haaland as well. So yeah, there you go. That's why I say the name like that. I really want to try out. I really want to see what this Q&A feature is. Wait, I don't really know what this is. There's a new Q&A feature on YouTube. Like, we've got like 17 minutes to kill until we get the actual team news. Let's see what this Q&A feature does. Like, maybe it could be useful. What is happening? Has the chat disappeared? What? I'm so confused. What is happening? Bro, what's the difference? This is exactly the same as a live chat. What's the point in that? Oh, how stupid. All right, I'm ending that. That's a terrible, terrible feature. I'm changing it back to the normal chat. Right, I've ended that. We're going back to the normal chat. Everyone switch back to the normal chat. I have no idea what that was. What is the point in that? It's exactly the same as a normal chat. Terrible. Terrible. What do I do for a living? I make FPL videos, apparently. Oh, poll complete, by the way. Also, Mr. President with a super chat says, Norwegian here, A-double-A becomes, I don't know, it becomes an or sound. I don't know what that letter is called, but it becomes an or sound. 2 A's equals or. Or. Right, anyway, captaincy poll. Who's your Gameweek14 captain? 42% on Salah, 21% on Kane, 20% on Haaland, despite his benching, and 15% on other. So, it is really all about that Salah. All about that Salah, so it would seem. But yeah, Salah and Kane, pretty popular. Aside from that, it's probably going to be a bit of a mix. We're going to have some there's going to be some really strange captaincies. It's going to be some really strange captaincies. All right, I know people are saying, I'm being very angry, say if you're not in Norway, you have to say Haaland. No, you can say it how you like. I guarantee Haaland says, like, if you're outside of Norway, you can say Haaland if you want to, because so many people were calling him Haaland anyway that he just said, you know what, look, you can call me that, it's fine. That doesn't mean we should, that doesn't mean we have to. Just call him whatever you want, as long as it is a version of the correct. If there's multiple ways of saying things, you know, like, I don't go up to Yorkshire and say, oh, why are you calling a bath a bath? Like, can you imagine that? I don't go what's another accent? I can't think of an what do Scottish people say differently? I don't know. But anyway, my point is, you don't go to another place and say, look, don't say it that way. Say it the way I want to say it. No. Say it how you want. As long as it's a version of the correct way, then that's fine. And I don't see why. I don't see what the big deal is. A Bath is not your name? Okay, all right. What about the city of Bath? There is a city called Bath in England. Now, if someone from my area was to call that Bath, everyone would be like, yeah, fine. If you're from Bath, you know, you say Bath. Right, fine. If you're from anywhere north of, like, Birmingham, you would say Bath. In fact, probably further south, if you're anywhere north of, like, I don't know, the Watford Gap, probably, you'd say Bath. Does that mean it's wrong? No. What do people in Bath say? Well, they say Bath. But that doesn't mean that that's wrong. Do a Scouse accent? I'd rather not. Can you do a Geordie accent? Probably. It's a bit dangerous. When you start doing accents, it's kind of dangerous. Scone or scone? There you go. It doesn't matter. Get over it. As long as you're saying a version of the correct way, who cares? If you want to say it a different way, do it, fine. If someone is saying it slightly differently to you, but you know that they're saying it in a correct way, fine. Louis says, I'm from Bath. Louis, if someone says you're from Bath, do you cry about it on YouTube and say, I can't believe people are saying it the wrong way? No, of course you don't. Ah, Scottish people. That's a good one. Purple burglar alarm. Tomato. Yeah, there you go. Tomato. What's dangerous about accents? Because some people take, like, genuinely, some people take offense when you do, like, accents. Fat TT is also put in a good one. It doesn't matter if you say Sue or you say Suey. They're the same thing, both correct. I prefer Suey. Cristiano Ronaldo. Suey. Football versus soccer is a different case entirely. Anyone who calls football soccer is actually to be fair, if you're in America and you call soccer football, then that's probably quite pretentious. Can I say Don, not Dan? No, you can't, because my name is not Dunn. There is no... Actually, is there an accent where you'd say Dunn? Dunn. Dunn. No, there isn't. No one would say Dunn. Some people say Sue and some people say Suey. Suey is the one, really. Come to Blackburn, you won't understand a word we're saying. Oh, I reckon I would. In Egypt, we say sla. No A between S and L. A strong H, but it doesn't matter, really. Oh, there you go. It doesn't matter. Imagine if Haaland and Foden start. Oh, my lord, yeah. People saying there's no R in Bath, so how do you pronounce tomato as tomato? That is so true, FPL Tyler. And this is such a, people from the north of England are like, oh, here, laddie, there's no R in Bath, is there, laddie, so don't be saying that now. Oh, come on, why can't we just say Bath? Oh, there be no R in Bath. There's no R in that there, young man. No, come on, be by gum, don't be saying that. Water or water? Water. In my accent, Dan would be Danvit. That is too many. That's too many letters. I say "see" like yes in Spanish. Nah, it's sui. It's pronounced sui. When you see Ronaldo do his sui, like you can hear him say sui. Do a Chinese accent. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. It's interesting. Haaland not in squad apparently. Who's your vice captain? Haaland is my vice captain because I didn't have time to change it because of the crash. Northern Irish pronounce mirror as mur. So do Americans. Like in the US, the most annoying pronunciation. Like it's fine, it's the accent, but how they say mirror is mur, and squirrel as squirrel. Like there's squirrel. They're like, I don't understand. What price do you think Haaland needs to be next season to be a debate about getting him? Like 14 million? Maybe even more, like 15 million? Cristiano Ronaldo, that's correct, right? Now, Americans say mirror. Yeah, they say mirror, squirrel. They just lose a bunch of syllables in there. The rule is only do contentious accents if you're good at them. I have no idea. I have no idea if they're contentious or not. How do you know how good your accent is unless you ask? Do an Indian one. Again, Indian, very, very risky. Like if I do an Indian accent and that gets clips, that is not going well for me. I will be cancelled. Like even though I'm not trying to take the mick or take the piss. I'm just trying to have some fun with some accents because I love accents. But it's very, very dangerous. It's this you have to be very careful. But you have to be careful to go for regions, not countries, not ethnicities. Like, although, I don't know. Indian is not even an ethnicity, really, because there's so many different ethnicities in India. You know, if I was to do a Chinese accent, there's so many different ethnicities in China. So it's difficult. English never pronounce the T in words. That's kind of true. Do an Australian... I think Australian accents, you can't really get in trouble for doing an Australian accent. I don't know why that is, but you can't. But I don't think my Australian accent is very good. Like, I could try and do a little bit of an Australian accent, but I don't think it's that good. Like, we'll give it a little go. Maybe we'll read the team news in this one. But I don't think it's fantastic. Now, my South African accent is banging. Do a Pakistani... No, again, dangerous. South African we can do. I don't know if it's good or not, but I reckon I can do a little bit of a South African accent. I think it's like more of an Afrikaans accent, right? It's not bad. Someone in the chat says you're part Nigerian, so you can do the Nigerian accent with impunity. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I think it's again, I reckon that the Nigerian accent is another one that is a little bit dangerous to do. Dan, as an Aussie, that accent is atrocious. Damn, sorry. That was New Zealand. Oh, okay, so I can do a New Zealand accent without even knowing it. I'm not doing Nigerian. I'm not. I know I am part Nigerian, but I can't do it. I'll get in. Like, imagine someone. No, I'll get cancelled. I'll get cancelled. People will just take it. People take it out of context. You can do, yeah. You can do Aussie and South Africans because they are white. I get, like, honestly, that probably is a thing. As like, obviously, I'm not white, but I'm partially white. See, I'm 3/4 white and 1/4 Nigerian. I have one Nigerian grandparent, so that's where that's come from. But still, it's not a good one. Daniel's South African accent sounds like my neighbour. So, do you actually reckon that the South African, the Afrikaans accent is okay? Deadly Mantis says, so you do white accents, but others, like, I know, like, it's weird, isn't it? Like, but I feel like, as a rule of thumb, particularly in this country, that's kind of all you can do, right? Because, like, really, it is very dangerous. And particularly, like, you know, this is my job, right? And people try and cancel me all the time for the most stupid things. Someone tried to cancel me yesterday because I said, oh, I'm not like an Arsenal super fan. And someone brought up a tweet from 3 years ago when I replied to someone saying, actually, you're a liar and you're pathetic because when will the lies stop? Because you said 2 years ago in a reply to someone that you're a big Arsenal fan. I don't know why I said that 2 years ago. I'm not a particularly big Arsenal fan. I tried to get cancelled for that. So imagine someone will get offended. Someone will get offended. Yorkshire accent, I already did. Daniel, your English accent is offensive. It is, isn't it? It's a dangerous conversation to have. Yes, it's dangerous. It's dangerous even conversation to have. It's fine to do any accents. I know that. Some of you guys know that as well. Well, most of you guys know. But it only takes one person to take offence. And, like, I don't know. I don't know where the line is there. I genuinely don't know where the line is. Bro, your South African accent sounds like an Afrikaner. Yeah, that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be an Afrikaans. We did Australian already. Apparently, it sounded more like a Kiwi. Can you do Scouse? Probably. Singlish accent. What's that? Singapore. No, I'm definitely not trying that one. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for that one. Like, I'm okay with doing the Afrikaans one because I know that's one of my better accents. Scouse, please, brother. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I could do it well enough. I could probably give it a go if I had I had a practice round. Should I mute myself and do a practice round? I'll probably do Scottish, okay. The lines are Nigerian, apparently. Yeah, I know, and I am Nigerian. World's gone soft if you can't do an action. Yeah, you're right. Dan, can you hit the gritty? I'll probably, yeah. Shall we hit the gritty? Bit of Unai Emery Spanish. I can do a vaguely South European accent. I don't know if I can do a Spanish one. Right. I'm gonna hit a gritty right now. Actually, can I do it? Is there enough? There's not enough room in this room. And plus, like, all you'll see is my crotch, and the main bit is this bit. So you can see the top half, and I'll show you the bottom half. Nah, we'll leave that one. I think we need a bigger room. We need a bigger room. Can we hear the South African accent again? It sounded Scottish. Did it? I think there's a big delay on chat today, by the way. Let's go on the Man City Twitter account and then start refreshing. Can you say good evening? Where did I learn the Afrikaans one? From watching District 9. Haaland on the bench. Is he on the bench? Is he on the bench? This is what we need to find out. So I'll keep refreshing this, but I mean... How do you think Unai Emery will do at Villa? I think pretty well. He's been doing very well, hasn't he? I mean, a good evening to him. Right, there is a little bit of a delay, by the way, on the stream today. So I think I'm like 40. Usually I'm only like 20 seconds behind you guys, but today I seem to be like 40 seconds, maybe even more, maybe even a minute. So if this doesn't show up immediately for you guys, then that's why. Anyway, Foden's on the bench. Haaland is not even in the squad. Well, there you go, guys. Haaland is not in the squad at all. Foden on the bench. Well, I mean, hope you got your vice captain set. Anyone who captained Haaland, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Alvarez starting is interesting. I'll tell you what. If Haaland is out for several game weeks, Alvarez could be a shout. Like, against Fulham, I kind of like it. Dan Foden's bench, yeah, unfortunately so. Unfortunately so. Leonardo says, Dan, you should visit Kenya. You will learn some Swahili like Hakuna Matata. I've never visited Africa as a continent, to be fair. Probably should at some point. Ward is a decent option now without Haaland. Yeah, possibly. Haaland not on the bench, how boring. Yeah, I know. It would be more chaotic if Haaland was on the bench, right? Far more chaotic. All right, so it's going to be Foden for... Foden's going to come on for Haaland for me. So it turns out it's no difference. Harry Kane Vice, we good? I tried to bring in Alvarez, but the crash. To be fair, I don't think Alvarez will do that well in this game. I think he'll do... If Alvarez starts against Fulham, I think that's a different situation. Like, what is going on? Like... I need to do a tweet. Foden is my vice captain. No. Am I an Arsenal fan? Arsenal are my favourite team. Like, I know people get quite touchy about the word fan, though. Like, I'm not going to cry if Arsenal lose this weekend. And it's not going to make my weekend if Arsenal win. So, if that's... It depends on your definition of fan. It's the team I've supported since I was a kid, but I don't ride or die based on them as a football club. Imagine Salah's benched. Oh, please do not. Do not. Can you speak Afrikaans? No. But I know a few words. I know a robot means a traffic light. I know lekker means good. I know... What else do I know? I can't remember. I can't remember. My vice captain is Saka. You can't celebrate the title then. I mean, no, I won't be going on. I mean, I don't know. Will I celebrate the title? Probably not. No. I would be like, yes, Arsenal win the Premier League. But yeah, if Arsenal won the Premier League, I know it's controversial, but I don't think it would change my. I don't think it would change my weekend, really. I know that sounds bad. But if it's an exciting game or, you know, it goes down to the last minute, obviously I'll get the excitement, but I get that from any football game. Robot is not a traffic light in Afrikaans. Is it not? Oh, it is according to someone I know who is South African. Can I speak Tamil? Definitely not. Yeah. South African is basically Dutch. Is that true? Such a good point, Dan. We all love the game, but it shouldn't define our happiness. Keep up the good work. You say that. FPL defines my happiness sometimes. I can't lie to you. But, yeah, look, I'm not riding or dying based on Arsenal's results. And some people say, well, you ain't a proper football fan. You ain't a proper Arsenal fan, are you? You don't even cry yourself to sleep if Arsenal lose at the weekend? You ain't a proper Arsenal fan. What's that? You don't let off the fireworks if Arsenal beat Southampton 1-0. What? Why you ain't a proper Arsenal fan, are ya? Well, you went and watched your local football team in the Sunday League this weekend? Well, that's not Arsenal. You ain't a proper Arsenal fan, are ya? Well, there we go. That is what a lot of people are like. You don't go on a rampage and murder your entire family in anger if Arsenal draw 1-1 with Manchester City. You ain't a proper Arsenal fan, are ya? Bit late, Dan. Any news on Bowen? I still own him. No new news. I don't think it looks particularly good. I don't think these are looking pretty. We should probably end the stream soon, by the way. Arabic words, we don't know any. Stephen says, "How we've all met that guy." Yeah, there are people out like that. There are people out there that are just like that. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You're plastic fans. You're plastic fans, you lot. Sound like a random English soccer bloke. Yeah, that's what it's meant to be. That's what it's meant to be. I don't watch House of the Dragon, by the way, Savani. I need to at some point. Try American, North and South to end the stream. All right, let's do some American accents to finish off. Should we do a howdy partner, or should we do? Actually, I'll try just some kind of some kind of USA accent, and maybe if there's any Americans watching, you can try and ID it, because I don't know if it's good, and if it is good, I don't know what kind of state it would be from. So now I just feel awkward. The thing is, the American accent. No offense, Americans, but it just feels like a really cringy accent. I'm actually cringing thinking about doing it. I'm cringing thinking about it. Like, it's just it feels like a cringy accent. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it. I've gone shy. Too shy. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't do an American accent before I cringe myself to death. You started Haaland? I think everyone started Haaland. It doesn't matter. Whoever comes in on your bench is going to be fine. Give us an Iran/Persia shout out. I'll give you a shout out. I can't do an accent, but I can do you a shout out. Haaland on the reserves and Foden benched. Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm not going to I'm not going to do any I'm not going to say any words that you tell me to say, because that's dangerous. Wild Panda says, because what you did back then wasn't cringe. Which one was cringe? I think they're all fantastic pieces of entertainment. Rune says, you're saying Haaland's name perfectly. Peace and love from Oslo. Thank you so much. Speak Greek? I don't speak Greek. New York accent is an easy start. Well, I feel like the English version of a New York accent is like oh, I'm from New York. Come on, everyone. That's not even good. But it's like really exaggerated, and it's just horrible and cringy. It's just bad. I could do it. Actually, I've got a good accent for you before we go. Well, this is what we'll end up on. I'll do an impression of an American person doing an impression of an English, or as they like to say, British person. And that goes like this. Oh, hello, Governor. I'm from England. Oh, I love a cup of tea. Cup of tea and crumpet. That's just what an American says when they're trying to do an impression of an English person. Which, by the way, we sound nothing like that at all. Danny, can you do a Neymar dance for Brazil? A little bit of an I shall pego. Well, no, there's not enough. There's not enough room. Like, I think I'm gonna try. Like, we've got a garage downstairs. I'm thinking about converting it to a proper office, because basically at the moment, as you can see, we're basically in a closet. We're basically in a cupboard. So, yeah, I'm thinking about getting a nice big room, and then we can do some. We can do all the dances you want me to do. But yeah, let's leave it there, because I'm done. I'm done with accents. I'm done with Pep Guardiola. Make TikToks of your accents? No, I will not. No American imitating an English accent, says Crumpet. Yes, they do. I've heard them. All right. Let's leave it there, guys. We've been going on for a while. You can tell, by the way, I'm tired because I've lost the plot in every way. Right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so sorry that we didn't get the news we wanted. I know you guys wanted, like, you know, with Man City particularly. I know you guys wanted better news than that. Wasn't to be. Foden on the bench again. That, to me, that is the biggest frustration because there's no good reason for Foden to be on the bench today. There's no good reason whatsoever. So I don't understand why he's there. Haaland not being in the squad. Look, we understood that was a possibility, but it's still a little bit disappointing. But at least, you know, we can use our subs. We can use our vice captains. Foden just being on the bench is just dead. Like, that's just terrible. But oh well, guys. One of those things. But anyway, still, good luck this game week. I hope you all do really well, regardless of the situation that we find ourselves in. But yeah, we're gonna leave it there. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, really appreciate you guys. We'll try and get back to some normal content next week because it's been a little bit hectic. A couple of weeks ago, you know, we had multiple game weeks within the space of 1 week. Earlier on this week, obviously, I was away in Austria. But from next week, we're going to be back to normal with some content. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, I'll see you later, mates. Wait, hang on. Where's my... Actually, I need to find my outro page. Right, here we go. There's the outro. Right. See you later, mates. Bye-bye.